Wish your mom were here today. She'd be handing out Texas boots to a lot of my colleagues.
She's here in spirit.
Yep. Thank God. You know, I hope every American woman is watching today's hearing, because just the visuals, as well as the audios, tell you a lot. My colleagues like to say, there's no war on women. Look at how you've been treated as a witness. Intimidation, talking over, interrupting, cutting off sentences, criticizing you because of your salary. How dare you? Who do you think you are? Making a professional salary as the head of a premier national organization and daring to actually make decisions as the head of that organization. Lord Almighty, what's America coming to? The disrespect, the misogyny, rampant here today, tells us what is really going on here. This isn't about some bogus video, the author of whom does not have the courage to appear here, nor would the majority call him, because they know he'll make a bad witness under oath. This is about a conservative philosophy that says we are constitutionalists. They hold it up. We believe in rugged individualism and personal liberty, with one big carve-out, though. There's an asterisk in that assertion. And that is, except when it comes to women controlling their own bodies and making their own health decisions. You would never know that the Constitution, according to the Supreme Court, guarantees a right of choice. Hopefully, apparently, we're going to erode that choice and that right by using insinuation and slander and half-truths to besmirch a premier organization whose primary mission is to provide health services both to men and women, but primarily women. You know, this notion, one of my colleagues said, well, getting rid of Planned Parenthood, we'll just hand over these functions to community health clinics and other nonprofits that can take up the slack. Now, if you were really committed to that principle, surely you would agree to the expansion of Medicaid as provided under the Affordable Care Act to, in my home state of Virginia, 400,000 people who aren't currently covered.
That's correct.
Make your job a lot easier, wouldn't it?
A lot of women, a lot of families in this country need access to health care that aren't getting it.
So if we really mean it, that's what we do. But of course, the very same people who are saying that vehemently oppose the expansion of Medicaid, which would be funded in the first 3 years by 100% of federal dollars and thereafter 90%, a good deal for any state, which might be why the governor of Ohio, the Republican governor of Ohio, actually agreed with that and expanded it.
That's right.
Is there anything else you want to add, uninterrupted, with some sense of respect, Ms. Richards? Let me at least provide that to you.
Well, thank you, Congressman. And I did want to respond to some of what's been said. We are a healthcare provider to 2.7 million people every year. They come to us by choice. And so when I think about what's really at stake here, particularly for folks who think about ending access to Planned Parenthood, I think about those folks. Last year, we provided 3.5 million birth control services in this country, 4.4 million STD testing and treatments, 378,000 Pap tests, and almost 500,000 breast exams, and more than 1 million pregnancy tests. I think it's interesting, one of the things we do at Planned Parenthood is we work to the highest level, most current level of health care for women. And so it's interesting, we're being criticized for the decline in Pap smears, but in fact that's because because we actually have adopted the recent, the best medicine, which is that not every woman needs a pap smear every year. To me, that's what